Alright guys, welcome back to a brand new Roblox scripting tutorial, and in today's video guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to make plugins in Roblox Studio. Alright, so I guess let's go ahead and just hop right into it. Alright, so first things first, you need to go ahead and make a script in your server script service, okay? Actually, you can put it anywhere. Actually, I'm going to put it in the server storage because I don't want to run the script, so I'll just put it in server storage. And then you'd actually make your plugin. Now, if you wanted to, your plugin could be print hello world, and I could go ahead and right click, and then I hit save as local plugin, and then I hit save, and then there you go, I have a plugin. Now, as you can see here, it says hello world at the bottom, right? Which is just basically whenever you publish a plugin or save a plugin, what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and like run the script. So yeah, but obviously we don't want that to happen right now. But it just does because, yeah. Anyways, the point is, look at the top right here, okay? As you can see, there's no button to actually run this plugin, okay? If we wanted our plugin to print hello world, well, we need a button to actually call it and use it, right? Well, there are other ways you can call it and run it, but obviously we want a button, so we have to make a button. All right, so that's what we'll do. And actually, let's make a better plugin. We'll make a plugin that basically creates a new script inside of your server script service. Okay, so we'll call this plugin script adder plugin. All right, there we go. All right, and now we gotta go ahead and start writing the code for it. All right, so first thing first, we want to go ahead and create a new icon for our plugin. Okay, so we want to put a little icon up there. So how you do that is you do local toolbar is equal to plugin. Sorry, not plugin, just like this. And now it's gonna give you a little error here. After a while, you'll see, or like not a little error, but it'll give you like a warning here called unknown global. But don't worry about that. Anyway, so we're gonna do a local toolbar. So you go to plugin and then create toolbar. I know you've probably never seen this little plugin thing or this function right here called create toolbar, but these are actually functions of like plugin. It's not necessarily a service, as you can see, but it's highlighted. All right, so it's obviously something, but it says unknown global plugin. Don't just ignore that error or that little warning. I guess it'll be fine. All right, so what that just did is that just created our own toolbar. Okay, and we called it custom script tools. Okay, so that's what we called it. Yeah. Anyways, so now what we're gonna do is go ahead and create a button to put in our toolbar, right? Which is local new script button. Okay, and then we're gonna do equals toolbar, and then we're gonna do create button create. Okay, so yeah, okay, create button. Okay, so this might look a little weird. I know you've probably never seen this syntax before, and there's really not much to explain. I know you've probably never seen this, but that's just how you do it, I guess. It's just kind of how you do it. And actually, if you go ahead and go into your if you go to like the Roblox wiki, you'll see there's a like an API reference for a plugin, as you can see. So yeah, and then this is just one of the functions for right here, which is create toolbar. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, so now what we're gonna do, actually, as you can see there in that thing, it was capitalized, but we're going to keep it lowercase. But anyways, all right, so what we're going to do is go ahead and do local new script equals button, or local new script button is equals toolbar, and then create button, because we want to create our button, and then we're going to do create empty script, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and then put a comma, and then we're going to also call this one, or this is like the description of it. There's a lot of obviously parameters for this, but as you can see, this is the tooltip actually, but the button ID is, as you can see, a unique button ID, which is a string, and then a tooltip, which is what we're going to put, and so the second parameter will be tooltip. Okay, so we're going to do create an empty script. There we go. And then the third one is actually the icon that you want to display for it. And I actually already uploaded an icon, or actually I didn't upload, but I already found an icon for you guys. So go ahead and just copy and paste this one right here. Well, I guess you really can't copy and paste it, but just go ahead and put RBX asset ID and then like that. And now what this is just the asset ID that you want to put like, you know, because you need to have an actual like image, or you don't have to have one, but it looks a lot nicer when you do have one. So yeah, but I guess we can just leave that blank for now because yeah. But if you want to add it, you can add it. But if you don't have it, then leave it blank, and then just delete this entire parameter. Okay, and you'll be good. Anyways, all right. So now we go ahead and oh wait, let me show you this. But yeah, we'll just leave it blank. Okay. Anyways, now what we're gonna go ahead and do is wait a minute. I think that's it. Okay, yeah, that's good. All right. So now we're just gonna go ahead and run, or actually we can publish a plugin again, and what's going to happen is we're just going to have a button, as you can see. So let's go ahead and do that just to show you guys what it looks like. So let me go ahead and just right click and then hit save as local plugin, and then we're going to put it there, and then as you can see, it is there. Now it does look really bad without a button, so I'm actually going to add my button back, or not my button, sorry, my asset ID. So just copy and paste this if you guys need to. It's in the description below, probably, hopefully. I added it. Anyways, it should be there. All right, so then copy and paste that, and then just put that as your last parameter because this is just an icon for it. And let's go ahead and do one more quick save as a local plugin, and then there it is. Okay, the icon's there. All right, cool. Doesn't look very good, but it's there. Okay. Anyways, so now what we're gonna go ahead and do is actually make it do something. Right now we made the button for it, but it doesn't do anything, as you can see. So yeah. All right. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is type some more code down here, and then we're gonna go ahead and make a new function, and then we're gonna do. Actually, we could just connect a function to it, but basically what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna do new script button dots click. Okay. Or then colon connect. And we'll type in a function here. Now, as you can see, actually, let me see something. Okay, so you know, like most of the time you can go to the object browser for stuff. If you guys don't know what the object browser is, it's like a thing where you can go places. And as you can see, there actually is an object browser for plugin. But this isn't right. I don't think, or maybe it is right. I don't know. But okay, all right, never mind. Ignore this. Okay. Anyways, all right. So I just wanted to see if plugin was like an object browser thing, which you could see, and it was there, but that's not telling me anything I want to know right now. So never mind. All right. Anyways, so just know that this is how you detect if it was clicked. Okay, it's an event called .click. Now, like normally for like GUIs, you would do like mouse button 1 up or mouse button 1 down, but it's not how you do it. I don't know how to explain it. That's just not how you do it. But yeah, and then we're gonna go ahead and do in this function, we want to first of all create a new script. So we'll do local new script is equal to instance.new script, and then we're gonna go ahead and do new script dot source. And if you actually guys don't know what this means, new script dot source, you can't actually like change this in a real game. I don't think you can't like change the source of the script. But basically, what it does is it's just like the text of the script. So like basically, because you know, like if you insert a script by default, it has like hello world in it. But basically what we're doing is we're just making the source equal to nothing because we just put like blank quotes in there. So we did new script dot source is equal to blank, and then we're gonna go ahead and do new script dot parent. Oh crap! New script dot parent is equal to game dot get service server script service. So we want to put it in here, right? All right, and then it should work. That's literally it. All right, so now let's go ahead and test out the script and see if it works. We're gonna do one more publish or one more save, and then we're gonna go ahead and just save it. There we go. And let's click it, and it works. As you can see, the little arrow popped there, and boom! Look at that, guys. It literally works just like a plugin, which is really cool. And now, obviously, this is a bit excessive, but if we spam click it really fast, we can add a bunch. All right, now one quick thing too. As you can see, I pressed Control Z. What just happened was it deleted all of them, right? It didn't even like save. Like normally when you add a script, right? Like let's say I added a script right here, okay, and then I added another script, okay, or no, not a rendering test, another script. Well, what happened is if I press Control Z, it would only remove one, and then I press Control Z again to remove another one. If you guys don't know, it's like undoing, right? But if you want to make it so it only undoes actually like okay, so how undoing works is you have like waypoints, right? And you have to add a new waypoint if you want it to actually save and be able to undo it. Because if I click this thing a bunch right now, what's going to happen if I undo, it's just going to get rid of all of them. But what if I only wanted to get rid of the last one? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But basically how you would do that is you just use a little service called change history service. Okay, and this is the service that Roblox uses to create their waypoints. Okay, and then you just type that there, and then you're gonna go ahead and just create a new waypoint every time you actually click the button, right? Because that's when we want to create the waypoint. So we'll just do change history service set waypoints, and then added. We'll just put some text in there, which is like a description, and then we'll do added a new empty script. All right, and then as you can see, if I go ahead and save this one more freaking time, it will work. It should work. Okay, so let's go ahead and then click it, and then we undo it once, and it only gets rid of one script. So that's perfect. It worked just like we wanted it to. Awesome. But yeah. All right. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Actually, let me show you one more thing real quick. How do you actually make it so your friends can use your plugin? That's probably what a lot of you want to know as well. So how do you make it so your friends can use your plugin? How do you put it on like the plugin store or the catalog, I guess you could say, or like the create tab on Roblox? How do you do that? So all you have to do is actually just right click your plugin or your script, and then you just hit publish as plugin. And I've actually never even made a plugin before, honestly, because I'm not that good at it. But as you can see, you can publish it to a group if you want, which I didn't even know that. But you can, and then you can see your sales right here. So you can actually sell plugins now. That's actually really recent. Before, you were not able to sell plugins. Plugins were just they were all free, right? If you published it, they were free. I think you can make them private, right? So only you can use them. Actually, I don't know if you can make it private because then you just have a less local file. I don't know. But anyways, but the point is you can actually sell them now. So if you want to make Robux from your plugins, you actually can. So if you make something original and cool, you can literally put it on sale and sell your own plugin, which is very awesome in my opinion. But yeah, anyways guys, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to publish your plugins, all you have to do is just hit submit there. And I think you might actually have to even wait for approval, as you can see, because it says submit. So I'm not sure. But yeah, that's how you do it. So anyways, guys, good luck with that. If you need to publish your plugins, good luck making plugins. And now you might be wondering, how do I make like a GUI plugin? Because you know, like some plugins, if you click on the button, they'll have a little GUI on your screen, right? Like this one, for example, which is like a character inserter, right? And it worked. There you go. But how do you actually do that? Well, that's actually a bit more complex. If you want to make a tutorial on that, I will. But just let me know if you do, and then I will cover that. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.